Take to a new video. In the video today I like to talk about wireless audio. So I've tested out different kind of products. Bluetooth speakers, headphones, also wireless Airpods or earphones. The names is pretty confusing. And in this video I like to talk about what my impressions is with different kind of products. I also like to talk about the quality, the difference between the Bluetooth connections, and also let's talk about prices, because wireless audio has become a lot cheaper in the last years. So let's first start with these kind of products. So the Airpods or the wireless earphones, they are really popular at this moment, especially those who look like the Apple ones. I don't know why, because I have to be honest, the design I don't really like. For example, these are the Airpods from a Halo brand, and they look a little bit like those from Apple. And don't get me wrong, they sit very well. The base is also pretty good for this price of this one. But the problem just is that I don't really know why people like the design. Because the problem with this kind of design is it looks a little bit like Apple. So you also have Blitzwolf. Those look completely different. They have a different design, different materials, also different casing. This one has a battery indication, so you know how full it is. And let's just say that they all have some kind of great functionality. For example, this one has a very great Bluetooth connection. This one is also from Hailu, but this one is more like focused on battery life. Because there's also some kind of problem with wireless audio. Like the Blitzwolf has hybrid noise cancellation, but if you use the hybrid noise cancellation you get some lower battery life. If you have, like for example, the Ghost Tag Rapture, you get also very high quality sound, and I have to be honest, this has a very great battery life. It still works very well. I have this now for almost, I believe, 4 years, and this is the first product that have sent it to me to test out. And there the whole story was beginning, like test out different products. I also tested out other wireless headphones. Some were okay, but I have to be honest, there was also one brand I didn't like that much, and that also has to do with the build quality. Like, it's all plastic material, but those were very cheap, so the color faded off. So after the end I didn't decide to make a video about them, because it was just not a great product. Let's talk about the Bluetooth speakers. So Bluetooth speakers is a completely different market. For example, this one will also disturb other people, and this kind of Bluetooth speakers have been around for around 10 years. For example, the Airpods 1 is almost 10 years old. So I have to be honest, I have been testing out different kind of brands. So this is Blitzwolf speaker. I have still JBLs in the house, still testing them. And I have to be honest that like the JBLs still are like very great, very improved over every generation. But some other brands are really getting close to JBL. For example, Anker. Even Philips sometimes has a very decent speakers. And you also have like Transmart. And Transmart, I have to be honest, I have tested out a few speakers, even was provided one by Banggood. And let's just say the quality isn't bad. Like the build quality is very decent, and that's something most brands can do very well. Build quality pretty good, waterproofness is very much there on almost every little bit expensive speaker. But the audio quality isn't great on every speaker. Some people have complained that I was like a little bit like not liking the Sony XG500. I've now returned it to the seller. The problem with that speaker was it tried to get too much upper bass. And the problem with upper bass is it can sound great with some songs, but I prefer deeper bass or bass that still performs at higher volume. That's just my opinion about this. Let's get right into my experience with Bluetooth connection. So I've tested out Bluetooth connection with different phones, like OnePlus, Samsung, Motorola, and now I have Xiaomi phone. And the difference is really there. Like for example with the Xiaomi phone I get really great high performance on Bluetooth connection. Good volume, good bass, good crisp synchronization. And also Samsung phones also do very well. OnePlus phones also, but not with all Bluetooth devices. And I have to be honest, I have this with more brands. Xiaomi does very well with almost every device. But for example with the Samsung, the S8 for example, some devices really sounded low volume, bad synchronization, some problems with phone calls for example. OnePlus also had that problem a little bit. And that's just one of the problems that you still have with wireless audio. Every phone, every device where you connect your headphones, your speaker with, the audio quality isn't the same. So, like for example with the Sony HC500, with the Xiaomi it sounded okay, especially with using an equalizer from Xiaomi, the software. But with the Samsung, like the S8, it was definitely low powered, to call it like that. And that's just a problem with different kind of devices connecting with different phones, tablets, laptops. Every device is not the same. So I do review these products because the base of every product is around the same with every Bluetooth connection. The base, the volume and how the overall performance is on the battery. But the real fine details is very different with every speaker. For example, the volume is around the same with different devices, but some do have a little bit more volume, others have a little bit more crisp in the sound. And especially with Bluetooth speakers, it's very noticeable. With headphones, not really. Let's just say that wireless audio has gone very well. And I do think, for example, with latency problems, sometimes bad connection, those things really get better with, for example, Bluetooth aptX, LDAC, those kind of codecs. Sadly, some brands still use the SBC codec, for example, like JBL with this speaker. And hey look, this one has the better Bluetooth codec, but this one also still uses the basic Bluetooth codec. They do, all the new products have Bluetooth 5 or 5.1, but there's still a big improvement to get. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and see you guys in the next one.